That's it. So guys, make sure as you're doing something nice and beautiful for yourself, that you're learning much more quicker. But I understand every single day I'm listening to myself over here, where I have to go and do my video programs very quickly. So when I understand that anyway, that what's more important for me is to do my music programs. And I understand that straight away. So I want to make sure that I'm never wasting time over here, but making sure I'm doing greater. I see, so I'll be more. See guys, what's important is understanding if you want to go and do greater for yourself, then being all over the world is much better than being somewhere where you have to place yourself in a position where you have to be with other people. So making sure always just go around the world much better and focus upon giving people knowledge and understanding that no matter what, I feel much more full about life. I mean, I just ate. I feel I have more enough food and drink to eat. But the thing is, you have to focus upon understanding straight away how you feel about everything. And then you must understand that if you feel fatigue about life and if you feel something that is now working for you, then make sure that you're speaking more words to get into it and focus on helping yourself understand that once I eat, I feel like just calming down for a bit. I feel like digesting the food for a bit. You understand? I feel that if you just start running after you have a full tummy, I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, that's how I feel. You understand? So, every single day, just understand straight away that what you want to do is work and speak more words and understand that it's much more eternal life if you do so. And then understand straight away that what's important is dwelling upon yourself to have a greater way of life for yourself, to make sure that you're doing something better always. But I'm understanding that no matter what day, it's TikTok and TikTok and TikTok. Because what's happening is, I see the witch's clock. I'm always understanding that no matter what I do, I'm learning how to go and just help myself to succeed quicker and quicker and quicker, so I can understand straight away how I feel. So how I feel now is just making sure that I just go and talk and talk and talk, because I have to walk my talk and I have to make sure I'm doing greater and greater, because anything that can communicate better and better is understanding that no matter what I want to do is, since I'm actually talking much faster, I see on video camera I'm talking very fast, but then I have to slow it down a bit just to be able to get the tempo of the film and how everything's going for myself, because I feel that I'm toppling over my words. And now if you're toppling over your words, then make sure I'm never doing anything other than doing greater, but make sure you understand that you never topple over your words, but just be bringing about change in terms of that's fast change, but making sure that you understand to speak in a way that's able for you to talk about life in terms of an average tempo that's actually much better and faster, and talk faster and faster, but make sure you're understanding that you can talk it in terms of life where you never have to topple over those words, is what I'm saying. So what I also do when I eat and food and drink and stuff like that is also have to turn off the heater. Otherwise the heater gets too hot in the room once I start eating food and drink. So I'm not saying that no matter what, that I look at my nice and beautiful life over here and just focus on delivering content, because I never want to fall asleep. I'm making sure I'm teaching you how I feel, and how I feel is to just let it be for now. I feel I have to give it a rest a bit. I have to understand straight away that I feel temptation to just hold on for a bit. And that way I'm understanding that it's much more how I feel. And how I feel is just a nice and beautiful way to speak. And I can speak, otherwise I can speak, I can lay down, I can do something to help myself go toilet over here. And I understand straight away it's just to digest the food. I feel that I can have a rest, for example. I can fall asleep, for example, but that's because I just ate. I just ate a bit, and now vegans feel this way too. But the thing is with vegans, that us vegans have more energy in a day because we're eating plant food. See, now if you're always understanding how to actually grow yourself in your composure to success, you're focusing on making sure that no matter what you're doing, that you're honest with yourself, and you're making sure that you have something greater for yourself always. I mean, always have something greater for yourself, so you can look at the nice and beautiful attitude of what you have and make sure that you look greater. And make sure that you're looking more into your nice and beautiful facial hair, to make sure that you can shave off parts of your hair, to make sure that no matter what, you're doing greater. So what I want to do now is to focus on making sure that I can go and just get the shave over here. I have a little shaver. And I just understand I didn't miss a little point of my facial hair over here. But I just want to go and shave it off. It's right now, or else it's just in between my nose, so making sure anyway that I'm just going to make a nice beautiful adjustment here to do greater for myself in different ways, and I'm making sure I can go and grow myself, because that's what I need to do to succeed. So as I'm really focusing on something that helps me to deliver more content, I'm making sure I have plenty of time daily to do something that's actually more successful for me, which is the nice and beautiful way of life, where I'm focusing on a greater way of life to help myself to do greater. So I'm actually understanding anyway that what I do is I let this one be for now. I'm focusing on helping myself to deliver messages or whatever I need to succeed. So the thing is about life is, if you're understanding about how lucky I am because I have life, and I'm understanding anyway, I just want to dwell upon never doing evil, but making sure that I'm doing something nice and beautiful for myself in a way that I'm learning how to become more. But I understand how I need to feel. I understand straight away what I need to do, but nobody can do my content for me. But the thing is about life now, I understand straight away how many people have to go through a lot of information to be successful. I promise you. I promise you it's a thing, yeah? Or I have to be on my toes every single day. I have to be understanding that I can never be with other people, because I have so much more time for myself now. And because I have so much more time for myself, I turn on the heat over here for number 2, for my word why, in terms of I only. Whereas now, in terms of I only, I understand that no matter what I'm learning very quickly, I'm just holding on for a bit, because I feel that I have to digest the food over here, and I have to feel a bit more composure for myself in words to feel much greater about what I need to do. But I'm understanding that now, since I'm much better about life, I'm making sure I just let it be now. I'm just focusing on understanding that yes, I'm promoting myself, but the thing is about life over here, I'm understanding I have time. I have 72 years and more to live life. I have plenty of time to live life. But now, as I turn 29, then I start calculating everything by 71 in terms of my financing. And then everything's new for me in terms of that point, and I'm making sure I'm learning about different areas of life, but I want to be able to read something as well. And I understand that no matter what, it's much more how I feel, that I can go and read and nothing's stopping me, but I can talk over the actual nice and beautiful way of life over here. So I'm actually understanding something that I just go and focus on myself over here, because I understand that what's important is my life helping. I say my life, or else what's important is my life helping people to succeed, and that's why I understand straight away how to go and dwell upon something that's actually growing for myself. And as I grow, I dwell upon something that's better for myself to grow, and that way I have more than enough success always to be able to go and enjoy my process of what I'm doing. So as I go and enjoy my process of life, I'm understanding straight away how I need to just see straight away what people are doing and why. I'm understanding then I just go and quickly enjoy myself in different ways. But since I'm actually understanding that no matter what I do, I focus upon helping myself have different love of my God and everything in terms of life, and I'm just understanding straight away how I promote the best areas of life, and I'm always understanding straight away about what I need to do to succeed. Because anything that I do today is a nice and beautiful way of love for myself and devotion to succeed differently. Is something that helps me grow. And as I succeed, I learn different scenarios of life, so I apologize for that, because I did overwrite my actual content over here accidentally. So I'm understanding anyway that what's important for myself is that's something where I was sneezing and accidentally it just went. So what I do is a little bit bless I. So guess what, I promise you now anyway, what I do is a little bit for now. But the thing is, guys, I feel like such a success today that I feel that I'm just alone, and I feel I have to explain my story and I have to talk about something, because I'm never miserable. But the thing is, I'm learning how to just, well, I have plenty of time, but I'm making sure I'm learning quickly upon life over here, and I'm making sure that I be careful because I understand sneezing means that you can get sick. I mean, it's a sign of shivers, and it's a sign of actually being able to understand that no matter what, that something is blessing you in life. But is it really? I promise you, yeah. I promise you, if you're sneezing, I promise you it's the best kind of thing. But make sure I understand that no matter what, that you're never getting sick. But as I go and study my profile over here, I'm learning. I'm learning how people are treating my profile and what I'm doing to succeed. And as I really, really dwell upon life, I learned something. I learned something by doing I learned something about doing photos on Instagram. I mean, you understand? I learned something about doing all these fashion photos on my Instagram. Once you found Instagram, then fashion photos for me never exist, man. I mean, you understand? Then all my photos that you see on my Instagram fucking never exist. I promise you. Because of Instagram, I'm making sure it's all because of but because Instagram gives me a nice and beautiful platform over there, because I am doing that, I'm doing all the platforms and everything, I'm making sure I'm successful in regards to what I'm doing. I'm making sure I feel much more about, I'm not saying that no matter what, I feel dazing off somewhere. I feel I have to just relax for some reason. In a way, I have to go different ways. I feel I have to go do something around my music production though. I feel I have to go improve myself. So as I go and really, really dwell upon my nice and beautiful life over here, I'm helping people to see my account at least. And as I see my account, I understand that no matter what, I'm learning different aspects of life quickly. And as I learn, I succeed quickly. I'm understanding that no matter what, it's getting cold. I can see it's getting cold now. So I'm understanding that no matter what, I just feel that I'm doing great now. I'm understanding that no matter what, that I see this month I have over 800 nice and beautiful lists of products over here. So I have over here in this month in terms of May, and it's already, let's say, the 14th of May, and I have over 700 people, and I have over 750 people, and I have 768 people who have seen my profile so far, and it's the 14th of May today. I understand that quickly, so no matter what, I'm really quick onto the notion about life and what's going on with me. I'm focusing on making sure that I feel, and no matter what, that I never regret anything, but it's more about positive talk. And if you have positive talk always with yourself, then you're the best kind of individual on the planet. And I have one extra subscriber today with myself over here. I'm learning something quick about my life now. I'm learning how to just go and dwell upon pedigree in a way that I'm doing greater. So I'm making sure that no matter what, I can go and dwell upon helping myself to succeed and find different areas of life to go and dwell upon. But the thing is that no matter what, I can suss out everything in terms of what's going on, and I can put it into the word I. And that's it, man. Approach everything that's happening is Jesus Christ today. That's it. I mean, you understand? I mean, it's more how I understand straight away. As I dwell upon my life, well, I mean, what can I do? I mean, what can I do? I feel alone. But that's it. Approach. Nobody else can make me feel anything better. Except I. Approach. I'm the only one that can make me feel... I'm the only one that can make myself feel better in life. But I realize as I feel better, I focus upon understanding that money never makes me happier all the way. Approaching money, I love it. Approaching money is never the resort to my happiness. I mean, you guys understand, but what's making me happier is talking more. I mean, being able to talk more is making me happier. And as I talk more words, I have nothing else to deliver except words right now. I feel much more blessing. I feel much more capable to talk at least words today. I understand anyway. As I grow myself differently, I focus upon making sure that my life is different in terms of life, and I make sure that no matter what, I have to digest everything. I have to make sure I have more energy. I have to make sure I'm feeling something about life over here, where I feel that I'm looking for the words to say in a way that I'm looking for that motivation I need to go and do my music. Roshi, it's just that, yeah? Roshi, it's just the ability to go and stand up and do my music now. Roshi, it's just being able to understand how to do that. Roshi, it's much more how I feel that I feel dizzy and I feel I need more water, and I feel that I need something else. I need to drink water. I need to make sure
I never procrastinate. I want to make sure I'm doing something great. I want to make sure that I feel I am somebody who is improving my habits in different ways. But that's what I mean. I make sure I'm feeling fatigued. I feel fatigued, man. You understand? I mean, that's how I feel. And anyway, but since I actually do that, I make sure I use my body to my advantage. I use different scenarios to go and do what I need to do, but I never feel like sleeping much. But making sure anyway that since I actually dwell upon a better way for myself, I make sure I have more than enough success daily to go and succeed because I. Whereas now, what I feel right now is just to be with myself right here and to be in a bigger picture of life to make sure that I'm just with I. I have no time to speak to anybody. I have no time to be with them. Whereas all I want to do is myself right here. But I can see exactly how my life went. Whereas my life went better. But what I need to do is I need to be more appropriate upon what my life is doing. I'm understanding how close I am to just finishing Idonotopia. But I have no rush. I have no rush about anything. I just want to make sure I'm delivering content. I want to make sure that I'm getting ahead of life. That's what I'm doing now. And as I do life, there is no worries around my life. I'm making sure that what I do now is that I just need to focus on the word in terms of on the word is. I understand the word is. I understand is I. I understand every single day that when I focus upon something about my life, I could see straight away how I need to speak. I need to speak more, and I need to do some synonyms. I need to go and study more. I need to go find out more information about everything. But what kind of information there is? I understand that information. I can see the word I only. Whereas there's nothing else in information to see except I. I mean, in a sense, what I do now is I focus upon understanding that quickly. I see a lot of knowledge about mentors and what's going on around the world. I have to catch up much more about everything. And I just catch up with Jesus Christ today. I feel great. I feel different. I have peace and bliss. I have something different to say. I have a new way of life. I feel like I can do my nice and beautiful content, but I feel like I just want to do my word I here. I feel different. I feel I need to go and just let it be this way. I need to make sure I have more enough of everything in my life. But since I'm understanding that, I can see the sacrifice that you have to make for another person in life. I can see the sacrifice here. Or I can say it's either your legacy or them. Understand? Whereas now that's what I'm saying. The single road is the best way. I can say a single road is the best way for life. And the single road teaches you how to be with yourself. I promise you, that's it. I promise you, you need nothing else except a single road with yourself. And you understand Jesus Christ right away. Alright, anyway, so since I'm actually studying upon what's going on around the world, I'm understanding to see the Palestine stuff over here. I feel I need to entertain myself in a way that I need to grow my information. But it's more how I understand that I never want to kill anybody. But it's more, now, is it entertainment? Approach it's more how I can see it's much more how I feel. That it's much more, I mean, what does Jesus Christ say? I mean, is that entertainment on use? I mean, is it entertainment? I mean, does Jesus Christ use the word entertainment for that? Approach Jesus Christ says it's a resource of information. See, but that's how it is. I understand, but I never look at that as entertainment. I look at that as resources, information. I look at that as resource of information. I understand. I never kill anybody, but I promise you, it's much more how I understand Jesus Christ says that it can be entertainment. I promise you, because people are doing something on the thing. I mean, they're showing images of wars and everything. But the thing is that I never want to go there. I never want to damage anybody. I understand, but do I love seeing that? I have to love seeing it. I have to love seeing that. I never want to hate that. So Jesus Christ says that, yeah, I mean, to the point of entertainment. It's entertainment to some degree. I mean, understand, but that's how it is. I mean, understand. I focus upon understanding that I need to go and grow myself regardless. But I feel that I have myself over here in my word eye. I mean, it's very peaceful for me to sleep today. I mean, I could sleep with my word eye and just be with my word eye. I feel great about that. I feel great that I can just be with my word eye today. I just understand how far I've come from life, and I understand how I was here 10 years ago. And I was here. And I was now 10 years ago. I was here. I came here around 7 years ago, but I've been here for a long time. And 28 years is a long time for me. But I'm saying anyway that you must understand that what's important is soon it's 29th year. But I'm starting off the year in the bang, man. Gosh, at the beginning of the year, I never seen this coming. But yes, I did. I did see this coming. I do see it coming now. But the thing is that finally I get to just enjoy myself. I get to go and do what I need to do. But the money never makes me happier. Actually, money never makes me happier. But the thing of life now that I need to do is talk more words. The words I speak to you daily, that makes me happier. It makes me happier to speak more words. And I can see it because why? I mean, why does talking words make me happier? It's just the way it is. It's just being able to express myself in my life and being able to craft everything. Being able to show you exactly who I am in words. That's all the money in the world. Being able to speak those words in front of those people who watch me at my seminar so I can show them exactly who I am. That's all the money in the world. That's everything to me. I never care about the money. I care about teaching people the words over here. I mean, that's what I mean. And that's even more for me. I see something more now. I realize anyway that it's just a part of business. I realize it's just a part of life, isn't it? I mean, you have to make sure that you're getting ahead of the game regardless of what's going on around the world. And you have to show yourself regardless. I mean, you have to expose yourself quickly. And I'm not saying I'm ahead of the game, but other people are just looking forward to high school today in terms of being a teacher at high school. Or they do something around mechanics today. I mean, they're living boring lives, man. I mean, other people are doing the restaurants today. I mean, is that it? I mean, they're never helping you. When they're helping you to give you a coffee and alcohol drink at the restaurant, or should I give you that? I don't know. Or should I give you some coffee and bananas? Or should I give you some pizza? But they're asking for money from you to do that. I mean, am I asking for your money to give you words? Oh, fuck. I say fuck no. I don't fucking ask you for money to give you words, man. I give you words for free. I give you this for free, I'm very sure. Now, as I do that, I'm focusing on doing something different now. I'm learning something different about myself here. I'm learning that the more people I express to and the more people I show in life and promote, the better leader I am. Because I'm at least promoting people. I'm at least promoting other people. I mean, are you promoting other people though? I'm promoting other people. I mean, as I promote other people, I focus on understanding that now you guys can see my mentors. I mean, you can see exactly who my mentors are and go on my nice and beautiful page over here in terms of my nice and beautiful Danny Milivojevic mentors here. And go and see who my mentors are. I only have one mentor there, which is Jesus Christ. But it's actually I'm the only mentor here. I'm the only mentor, man. Unfortunately, everything else is ideas, but I follow Jesus Christ's ideas the most in those mentors. I mean, I can put Hitler there as my mentor. I can put him there because I love Hitler. I love everything in life. I never want to hate anything, but I follow Jesus Christ only. I mean, you understand? I only follow Jesus Christ. So I can promote everybody, but I'm learning something about promotion of Hitler and promoting these people who are killing people and calling them Danny Milivojevic mentors. And Hitler's my mentor. I mean, how does that feel to say that? I love it. I love that. But my real mentor is I only. And I follow Jesus Christ's information only. So anyway, that's how it is, yeah? I have nothing against anybody. I love Chris Benoit. I love everything. I'm solving the puzzle here. I love Marko Kusovic. I love everything, man. I just follow Jesus Christ, though. I'm saying I just did unlock a potential here just to show myself that I'm doing greater. I never hate anybody. But as I just go and sit by the fireplace here, I'm learning my life differently. I'm learning to just enjoy myself. I'm learning how to dwell upon having time for myself. But I have plenty of time with my words, I can sing a lullaby all my life. I can do whatever I want in words. I can go wherever I want in words. I can express myself all day long with words every single day, and I can just go and do that. Gosh, it's more enough for me. Gosh, that's all there is to do anyway. Gosh, there's nothing else to do except words. But I feel the tug sometimes. I feel the tug, hey, I'm going to do music. Or I feel the tug on going and do your video for YouTube or something like that. I feel this massive tug or pull to fucking go and do it. You understand? It's just a fucking way of life, isn't it? But since I'm understanding now how I'm actually promoting myself differently, I'm making sure I'm making my way into a greater way of life now. I can see it. But now I want to rest up. I want to rest. You understand? I mean, why? I mean, it's because I feel that I need a rest in a way that I'm talking more words. I'm making sure I understand that. I understand that it's much more how I feel I have all the time in the world to do whatever I want. I never want to rush anywhere except the word I. I'm understanding that I have that nice and beautiful persuasion technique to be alone now. I do something different. For myself now. I make a movie about myself. I mean, this is the diary of Danny Milivojevic. I mean, this is something different. I mean, this is something that nobody else does. Or this is a documentary of Danny Milivojevic all his life. With words for the next 72 years, man. I mean, for the next 72 years of life, I just keep on talking to you. And that's it. Or now, I understand, and I live for longer than 72 years, man. I live for eternity, man. I live forever. I understand, although the thing is, I have no limits. I have no limits about anything. And I'm improving myself. I'm understanding my stomach's digesting everything. I'm understanding anyway that I'm much smarter about other areas of life here. I'm learning different areas of life. I'm learning something different every single day. I'm learning how to go and just control myself to do better. I'm understanding how much content there is to absorb on YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's so much content that you can absorb on YouTube. I only have so much time to read something online. I'm making sure I understand straight away what to do. But what I do now is understand that no matter what I feel, I'm just getting ahead of the market now. I'm doing something greater for myself. I'm making money. Whereas now life coaching is up ahead, but the thing is with life coaching, I understand that now, since I have this event coming up, I'm never sorry for this. I'm never sorry for my event over here. But making sure I understand, yes, I'm using the government's money for it. But I understand how it looks like. I understand how other people have to work for that money, and I never have to work for it. But that's something I chose. I chose that for myself. When other people chose to work, of it's just a choice. And now I have to live on $21 a day, while they have their money in terms of whatever they're making at the 9-to-5 job. But they have less than $1 million anyway in their bank account. And they have to force themselves to work a 9-to-5 job. And they have less than $1 million in their bank account. I mean, big deal, man. I have less than $1 million in my bank account, but I have more than that. I have more than $1 million of money in my bank account. And the thing is that with me, it's different. Whereas with me, I'm just focusing on pulling the trigger in a way that I'm learning quicker. And as I learn quicker, I'm learning how to study the game of art. I can feel outside. It's very cold outside. See, it's very cold outside. I have to see the weather over here quickly. See what is the weather. I understand the weather over here. I understand that over here next to me in Bunnering, understanding that they have something going on in terms of music over here with Serbian people. I never want to go there because I can see the limits to even get there. I never want to go there because I have nothing to do there with those people, and I just go and grow myself differently. But as I grow myself differently, I understand straight away that it's 11 degrees right now. I never need a smoke or a cigarette. I see certain habits around this house, around my biological dad's house. I've been smoking so much cigarettes around here. That certain habits around this house, I feel that it triggers me to have a cigarette. I never want to have a cigarette. It's because all these areas remind me of cigarettes, man. And that's why I'm always overcoming. And I'm saying I never need a cigarette. But sometimes my brain says the opposite and says that you need cigarettes. And I make sure anyway that I just say I never need a cigarette. I never want to smoke another cigarette in my lifetime, man. And that's the worst disease I've ever seen in my life. Whew. I mean, cigarettes. Cigarettes robs you of money. It robs you of teeth. It robs you of skin. It robs you of your heart and health and blood. It robs you of your breathing. It robs you of your fitness. It robs you of a good image in life. It robs you of Jesus Christ too. It robs you of everything, man. Cigarettes. It's the worst thing, man. Cigarettes rob you of dopamine. They cause cancer. They cause everything, man. Anything out there in the outside world causes the worst nightmare that you've ever seen in your life. Never even go out there. Never even try to do anything of pleasure. I promise you, pleasure is the worst thing, man. Pleasure is the worst thing of life. Just ask Jesus Christ. Just ask Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ tells you that the pleasure of life is the worst thing you can have. But the words are the pleasure. The words, delay pleasure as much as you can. Pleasure kills you. Pleasure is the thief of life, as Jesus Christ says. Many people are just lost in the night, looking for pleasure, and scraps of pleasure here and there, and using people for pleasure. And they never care about your heart. They just want some money from you so they can get some beers, man. They want $6 from you to get beers. They want $25 or a stick from you. They want weed sticks from you. They want some drugs from you. They never want your words. I see people over there at the shops and they're looking at me and they have no words to give me. None of them in terms of life have words to give me, really. They're limiting themselves to give you free words. Now, who today can give me free words of advice? I and Jesus Christ. That's the unlimited potential. Everything else, no way. No way. They have nothing to give you. Only yourself with Jesus Christ, can give you everything. I can give you everything with Jesus Christ, and we can give you free knowledge. We can give you free ideas, and you have to understand that yourself also. But if you go and look at the knowledge of life, just go and search for knowledge all around you. Knowledge is all around you. Go that way because that's where the Easter eggs are. Understand? But if you're looking for Easter eggs, you understand it's the information. Which is the best thing. Which knowledge is everywhere. If you can look for the knowledge in life, then you can find Jesus Christ, and then you can find exactly what I'm doing as well. I'm learning how I feel. I feel drowsy. I feel I need to talk. I feel I need to sit down. I feel I need to run around. I feel I need to excite myself. I feel I need to jump and skyrocket somewhere. I feel I have to go in a galaxy somewhere. I feel I have to sleep. I feel all these mixing emotions, man. That's how I feel, yeah. I feel all over the place, man. I feel complicational as well. Why is that? I feel that's just how I feel drowsy, man. I feel drowsy. I have to understand that means that I may feel a headache right now.
I may feel that it's much more how I feel fatigue, and that's what it is. So when I speak like that, then it's fatigue, I promise you. I see now I'm labeling that as fatigue. Now, as I understand that, right now I feel all over the place. I feel sleepy. I feel like running a pace somewhere. I never feel like doing drugs. I feel like just digestive system is nice and beautiful, much more. I feel my eyes are about to fall asleep. In a sense, so yes, I have to do music production, but guess what? I promise you, it's much more how I understand that what I want to do is just let it be. I want to do a greater job, then take it easy. I want to make sure that I have a nice and beautiful time with myself to be able to see my temperature and relax a bit and focus on just understanding that there's plenty of time to succeed. Alright, plenty of time now to just do my life over here. I'm understanding how much work I've done already. I can see what they have to do. I can see other people and what they have to do. And they have to do that alone. I can see it. I can see they have to do it alone, guys. And in a sense, so what I do now is I have to put a jumper on because it's getting cold around here. I feel it. And as I understand straight away that you guys have to be very careful to never catch a cold. I understand? So make sure you always check in the room temperature, please. And that way you're doing greater for yourself. I understand it's 11 degrees outside. So it's getting cold and I want to make sure I'm placing the heater on. I'm using the heater as much as I can. I'm making sure anyway. I'm here in Sydney, Australia. I'm making sure I love my portable speaker and the way it looks. Oh, I'm turning a better way. I'm turning a better page in my life. I'm doing something different. I'm making sure I have all the time in the world. But what I do when I sleep, I just go back in the word I. And as I sit in the silence, I just go into the word I. And I just think the word I. I have nothing else to think about except the word I. And then I hear the silence. I hear the silence. I hear the presence. And I hear just to label everything that everybody's thinking into the word I. And then I fall asleep and I have eternity. And that's how I feel. I have this pure bliss and peace, man, to just fall asleep without thinking about anything except the word I. And that's the best kind of feeling I've ever had in my life. But the best kind of feeling also that I have is I have nobody else to see except I. I never have to call anybody else except I. I never have to give anybody else money except I. I never have to give them information except I. I never have to do anything for them anymore except I. I never have to go to them except I. I never have to message them except I. I never have to do anything for them. I never even have to be with them except I. I never have to message them except I. I never have to have sex with them except I. You understand? I never need pleasure from them except I. I never need them in life except I. I never need their money except I. I never need them to give me anything except I. I never expect them to give me anything except I. I never want to go with them anywhere except I. I never want to go where they're going except I. I never need to teach them except I. I never need to send them messages of love except I. I know my word I. I'm making sure anyway that I never need to go and study them. I never need to fantasize about them except I. I never need to study them except I. I never need their stories except I. I mean, then I go with Jesus Christ. I enjoy. I can see exactly what they're going through, but let it be that way. Rosh, they're laughing at me for a good amount of time. Rosh, they laugh at you too, Rosh. Rosh, there's somebody in your life who's laughing at you all the way. Rosh, there are people like that. And they're laughing at you, laughing at you, and laughing at you. Rosh, they're laughing at you, and laughing at you, and laughing at you. And then you're more successful, and suddenly, they're never laughing at you anymore. Rosh, now they're honest about you. You understand? Because they look stupid if they go against you. And that's where you want to be in life. Because now, as I look at my life here, I'm looking to see that there's a nightfall. And a nightfall says that there's something about my life over here that makes me afraid. What makes me afraid to do music at nightfall here? I feel it's much more how I feel. That it's much more how it's sleep time. Or that's sleep time. Or that's what it means. I'll make sure anyway that during nighttime over here, I'm understanding that I just look at the nice beautiful nighttime and I say thank you. I look at the different ways of life over here and I just go and see death right in front of me. But it's really how I feel. And it's how I actually capture myself in the moment here. And I look at different ways of looking at something here. First, it's much more how it is. I see death. I see death in front of me. And what kind of death is that? I realize it's death about something. I realize death of what? But it's just how it is, huh? I feel that I need to go and express myself. I see death again. I see now that's something that I understand something now. I say it's more how I feel to urge myself to go over there, and that's what that is. I'm urging myself to go over there. And the thing is, I'm learning how to pace myself better. But since I'm understanding to just go and lay down, to just enjoy myself, I go and get myself a blanket and just close my eyes. I feel like doing that for myself, so I can go and enjoy myself. I turn off the portable speaker. I understand that what's important for myself here. So just watch out so I never smack the technology, so I never break any technology here. I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do is I feel like I have a lot to do. I have a lot of content to do. I'm making sure anyway that what I want to do now is I just want to help myself. I want to help myself just succeed more. And there's so much more I'm doing, man. But is it sad? The approach, it's never sad, is it? But it's never sad for wanting to try to succeed, man. I'm not sure though that since I'm actually living life now, I'm not saying I have a greater life anyway. I'm doing different acts of courage today. I'm doing something new for myself. I'm not saying how I feel like a failure. I feel like a failure because why? I'm saying because I feel like I have to sleep, but I also have to do music production, and that's the thing, yeah. I feel like I have so much work to do, but then I have to go to sleep. And it's much more how it is. I mean, it's much more how I feel that I have to ask Jesus Christ what he does in this situation where he may have to sleep or something, and he may have to go fatigue or something. And then he has to do music production, and he has to go and do more videos. But then I understand that maybe Jesus Christ has to sleep too. I'm not saying although it's much more how I understand Jesus Christ says, it's much more how I feel. I understand that I have to sleep and then I have to do music production. I realize it's more how I feel, yeah. I feel Jesus Christ understands. I'm happy. I just do something different. But as I go and study something, I just feel that I have to go and do great anyway. I feel you guys understand what I mean. I make sure I'm just covering myself over here just to sleep a bit. Because I feel I've been doing a lot of work, so no matter what, I have a feeling that no matter what, it's much more. I understand that as soon as I eat, I feel much more. Let's say that I have to sleep or something like that, because I understand that's how it is, yeah. But the thing about life over here, I understand the thing about life is understanding that you have to just go and dwell upon helping yourself to love your life in different ways, but you have to go do what's more important for you and make sure you understand that I love to help myself always, but I'm not saying that no matter what, I just feel like I have a tempo to talk more at least,
That's much more how I little bit I love everything equally. And that way I'm learning quickly upon how life is, man. I mean, do you guys understand? So it's much more how I can go and push myself to deliver content. It's much more how I've also been sleeping a bit more than what I need to in different life. I feel that I have some kind of curiosity to succeed over here, but I'm understanding that it's much more how I understand that no matter what, that I never want to pass out. So it's much more how I feel. I realize the feeling of being able to just go and dwell upon your life in a better way to succeed differently is the occasion. The occasion over here is I feel much better, but I'm regulating my body in a different way. I'm learning just to be with myself. I'm understanding anyway that what I have to do now is I have to find a new passion. I have to find new dealings of words, is what I mean. And as I just go and really, really close my eyes, I understand that it's much more how I feel that I've been lacking a bit. I've been lacking in some areas of my life. But no, Rosh, everything is my word I. I've been succeeding in other areas. I've been trading time for something else. I've been doing something else instead. And I feel I have to get to it. I have to get to something different. And as soon as I do that, then it's not Rosh. Then as soon as I do that, then it's done. Then there's something more. And there's something else different now. And then once you finish that, Rosh, then it's something different now. And it's just a circle, yeah? But that's how it is. When you have to learn something different and you have to go and dwell upon helping yourself to do what you need. I understand that if I feel like, I understand no matter what that. It's more how, I understand if I go and do music production now, I feel like something happens where I may actually lift myself with words, but it's much more how I feel to go and do that. I feel it's much more how I feel that I may die or something. It's much more how I feel. Whereas now, that's how I understand that no matter what that, it's much more scarcity for some reason to be able to go and do that. But I have no scarcity. I say it's much more how I feel that it's much more fatigue than, it's much more physical fatigue to be able to do it. So I'm saying that now, I feel some fatigue over here. Is there a lot of fatigue? I'm probably sure, nah. It's never a lot of fatigue. I felt much more, let's say, drowsy before than this. So what can be stopping me right now? It's just just the way I am. Do I feel like producing music? I feel like producing music. But I feel like I may fall asleep too. Whereas now it's just a fatigue, isn't it? Why is it happening to me? It's just the way it is, yeah? It's 10 o'clock in the evening, man. But guess what, I'm sure it's the way it is. Early to bed and early to rise. But if you understand everything about life, then I feel like the word I only now. I feel the word I is my passion. I understand that if you give words on an audio program and you just keep going, you just give random ideas every single day. And that way people understand straight away what you mean about life. And then you're teaching people the most, and that's the excellent notion that you're doing excellent. Because at least you're talking to someone all day long while they are bludging around with people while they're never teaching you. They're saying, they have nothing to teach you, but they want to teach people around them. They want to talk to people around them, and they have nothing to do, but they never want to talk to you. Because they never trust you on your words. Or they never trust your words, huh? And they never trust who you are with words. That means they never trust themselves. They never trust themselves to be with you. They're saying, they feel dangerous. They feel so dangerous they feel so dangerous that they never want to be around you. And they never want to be around anybody else. They want to go alone somewhere. That's how they truly feel. And they truly feel that they need to go alone somewhere. That they need to expand that comfort zone to be alone. That's already what I've done. Whereas although I still have to do that more and more. Because I understand that people are never the way, but the word I is the way. And Jesus Christ is the way. But I'm understanding anyway that since they are doing that to me, I'm pretty sure they're doing it to everybody. And they all want to go alone somewhere. Pretty sure they want to go more alone than anything else. Pretty sure it's more how you guys have to go alone much more than anything else. And that way you succeed straight away. Whereas if you find yourself with other people, I promise you, it's a disaster, I promise you. Promise you, being with other people is a disaster. Promise they look at you, they look at you for 12 hours, and you're sitting in front of them and they're looking at you for 12 hours. Do you call that success? Guess what, I promise you, if you can talk with them with an audio camera, you can do some audio programs all day long with them, then you're successful. But the thing is, every single day, is you need to go and focus upon helping your life to succeed differently. But focus on never scratching your scalp either. So you understand straight away how to succeed. And anything that's actually helping you to live life much better is speaking the words of encouragement, and daily forgiveness is the best way of speaking words daily. So you can go and do something greater for yourself is what you need to do. So as soon as you can go and do something greater for yourself, then you deserve a greater life, because you're willing to give more and you're willing to receive something more, and that's why you're giving a nice beautiful attitude, because you deserve a greater way. And then you understand that no matter what, that you're learning. You're learning what's happening. But today I went around Cabramatta. I went quickly around doing everything. And as I do everything, I'm just speaking to you the whole time. I was speaking to you the whole time, but what's been happening the past, let's say, 1 month with me is amazing in terms of my knowledge. I've been giving you so much more knowledge than anybody else. And that way I'm succeeding very quickly. I'm learning how to be ahead of the game very quickly upon everything. Now, what's coming up for me is DJing and doing the music production track, and also doing a life coaching video, and then also doing my Instagrams and making sure anyway I go to APM to call them, and then also the seminar, and making sure I go to my biological mum's house so I can go to Frankfurt as well. So we're going to Santiago to go to the Camino and walk 30 days and 30 nights over there. And we're making sure no matter what that we're just walking around. And as I do that, I succeed differently. Whereas there's always more to do. Well, I prepare for that. Whereas that's something new to do. But as I do that, I realize that's eternity for me. I realize it's much more worth it in how I feel. So what I do now is, from that point, I go and do something different, and make sure that no matter what, I can see straight away what's happening. I'm ahead of the game because I'm speaking more words over here, and since I'm speaking more words, that I can see straight away how the ideas are coming to me, and what else I have to do, and I can see how to push myself into it. It's just that ability to push yourself into it, and as you push yourself into it, then you have to get up in front of the crowd as well. And you have to get up quickly in front of the crowd. And once you get up in front of the crowd quickly, then you can understand how to make money. And then that way you're just free. You're just free to do what you want from that point. And you can do what you love to do. And always just do what you love to do only, because that's the way you have to understand, to love only. Because anybody who hates what they do, or if they hate anything, then they're losers. Never hate anything. Never hate your job. Love everything only. And that way you earn the art of love. If you want to be someone who's a student of the art of love, then you have to learn how to love only, and never learn how to hate. Learn how to love. But if you learn everything, then I'm saying that no matter what, that Jesus Christ learns everything. But Jesus Christ teaches you to just go and do what Jesus Christ does. That's the best way. approach now. If I go and do anything now to help myself, I feel my eyes are just dribbly in a way that they're falling asleep on me. And I focus on making sure no matter what, I have a greater time for myself. But the thing is, if you call your eyes to fall asleep on you, it's because you're talking to sleep. When you're talking yourself to sleep, but why? Why am I talking myself to sleep right now? That's the thing, yeah. That's why I'm understanding straight away now. If you're talking yourself to sleep, it's because that is why you're never doing a music production. You're saying, but if you never talk yourself to sleep, and if you never talk yourself into sleeping, then that way you have to understand it's more how it's reverse psychology here. And I have to do something else. I'm not saying that no matter what, I can feel Jesus Christ talks himself out of sleep. And you have to talk yourself out of sleep. And that way I understand straight away how weak I am. I can see how weak I am. But it's more, I'm never weak. It's more how I understand now to talk myself out of sleep for some reason. Because that's how it is. That's how it is, yeah. So what I need to do is I need to build more habits upon never ever going to sleep. And I have to talk myself out of sleep. And I have to talk myself in a way that I'm learning how to never sleep. But that's what Jesus Christ does. I understand Jesus Christ says that he goes to sleep when he needs to. But it's more how I understand that no matter what. I can feel it. I can feel that Jesus Christ also can talk himself out of sleep. But Jesus Christ says for me to just let it be. I make sure that I'm just learning very quickly about what's happening. But rest is good for you. Rest is good for you. If you can do some rest for yourself, it's more how I feel. But make sure you're just learning. You're learning how to be productive. And Bro Tracy says that sleep is productive because it makes you feel healthier in the process of what you're doing. So that way you're learning something. You're learning quickly about enjoying yourself and doing something that's helping you move forward is what you need to do. But anyway, I'm focused upon making sure that my life is moving forward, and as I move forward, I rest upon my nice and beautiful life with my word I today. I make sure that no matter what, I have more than enough success and love and respect and devotion. But I understand no matter what I see, in terms of the woman, I see how stupid they are. I see it. I move on. I make sure anyway that what's important for me is to do a better job. And the more successful I get, the more I understand they're stupid. I can see they're more stupid now. Because I understand straight away what they go for. They're never going for me now. Why are they going for me now? Because of my success, yeah? Because of how I talk and because of my words. They're never going for me now because of my words and because of how I look. And because of how I live with my biological dad. And because I live in Sydney and because I'm Serbian and Croatian. And because of my beard. And because of my hair on my chest. Because of my muscles and my skin color. And because of my lips. And because of my teeth. That's why women don't. That's why women never go for me. Right now. Because of my Instagram, they never go for me. Because I follow Jesus Christ more than their husbands and wives and everything. Understand? But as soon as I'm famous, they have interest now. You have interest now, huh? You have some interest now. I'm famous, huh? I'm famous now. Now you want me, huh? Now you ladies want me because I'm famous. Now you want me when I have more money, huh? You want me now? You want me when I'm more successful, huh? Guess what? Yeah. That's how it is. But I'm more successful now than ever before. Understand? I'm more successful than their husbands. I'm more successful than all their friends. Why don't they want me now? Huh? Why? I have a point. Straight away. Why don't they want me at this point? Because I have $21 a day in my bank account. Is that why? The same, but guess what, bro? It's more how I feel. And I understand how that is. I mean, they have no sin. I mean, they have all the nice and beautiful compassion for me here, but it's more how I feel that they never care about me. But do they really? Gosh, they never care about me. I mean, they never care to chase me like this. I mean, the sense of what I do is I move on. When they care about me to never kill me, it's more how they care about chasing drug addicts right now. When they rather go to drug addicts, I let it be that way. I'm gonna brush down the wear, brush down the wear, brush down the wear of life. I move on, I let it be that way. But since I'm actually understanding now to just let it be and to grow my content in a way that I'm focusing to let it be in a way of love and devotion, and I just go and dwell upon helping myself to upload the content and do greater.